remember the name, but it's blue. It's definitely blue. Blue and purple. Oh,
he knows where he's going up that way.
Purple is it? Purple. It's purple. Age 89. 5 years.
Look at the new look, Jeffrey. Huh? Man's just a full-on homeless person. Just head down the middle, sit in the rows, and then you pick your way whichever way you want to go in.
You've got a wide up window at the back. One here. And 67. Right hand drive, is it? Can you say that? There'll be questions on it. You won't be allowed to drive. That's remarkable. But look at that, Model C. That is the bar. And what's the blue? Very optimistic. Yeah. Not fulfilled, no. We don't speak to the lady. Sister's time. Now then, this is a strange machine. What make is it?
It's a Victory 1300 based on a 1974 scrap vehicle.
So you're actually telling me this is a car?
It was a VW vehicle.
A VW Beetle. And has this improved it?
To me it has, yeah.
I like it. But there's not many of these about, is there?
It's got a normal point thing really, but there's some of it.
Yes, I'll give you that. And really quickly, now then, the British was considered to be the Rolls Royce of motorcycles. Something, yeah, I think it was. Now, when did they stop building it? Now, 239. Well, it was a rocky start, if I may say so. I've seen smoother, but the gear change was exemplary. You've been practicing?
Yeah.
You're going to do it again now, because you're going to give us 2 or 3 laps round. There's our motorbikes. Next thing you know, we can eventually have our engines in. We've got a kind of limited brake, but there are small engines in our big engines. And now, away to Nicola, she comes out. We have a silver pilot in the car park. This new 11. Cancel that right. DV11 CAX. It's a silver pilot. Your car alarm is running the battery down, and it's annoying quite a few people. So it's a silver pilot, and the alarm is sounding like Julio. DV11 CAX. our ministers making their way into the arena. The Borough is a very big favourite of these lads, and some of these engines, the owners went into a shed in 2010 and came out in 2020 with an engine. So a Showman's engine based on a Burrell, and it's got a working dynamo?
Yeah, it all works.
Did you build it?
Yeah.
The whole of it?
Yeah.
How long did it take?
3 years.
Big shed?
Yeah.
Lots of castings?
Yeah.
Lots of time?
Yeah.
Lots of tea?
No.
We were going so well then, weren't we? We were going to go for 6 yeses on the trot. On the back of the 4-inch Burrell, we have a 2-inch Fowler. Little Logan, but it's not in steam, is it?
It's working, but it just needs the diff putting on it.
So the answer to that is no.
Yeah.
It's bust.
No, it works.
It's still working. So a 2-inch, that's fairly rare. Does the dynamo work?
Yes, it does, yeah.
Oh, and the smokestack? Get the smokestack going. James Craig had a birthday last weekend, and he's still not old enough to vote. Is that embarrassing, James?
What? Very.
If we played Happy Birthday, it'd be even worse, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Start the music! The Genie, 4-inch?
It's a 4-inch Burrell, 12 years old, built from kits. And yeah, it's been down to this show several times since it was built, every year since it was built.
Keep coming. What's the dog's name?
That is Teddy.
Eddie. Teddy. Teddy, lie down. You managed it. Wallace and Stevens Road Roller. You prefer to roll over to anything else?
That's debatable when you're on grass.
Of course. You've only got big rollers, haven't you? If it had rained, you wouldn't have got in, would you?
No, it gets slippery on the mud.
What a start you managed it. What's that? The first engine you see is Heavy Road Loco. It's a Fowler, built in Leeds. And this would be the sort of engine that towed the big transformers up and down the A1 at a steady speed. Sometimes they work in pairs, but Peter Pan, can't see this lad dancing, but still, there's a far be it from us to say that a Frenchman helped a Yorkshireman out. However, John Fowler, a Wiltshire man, never lived long enough to enjoy his fame and fortune. Riding to hounds, he fell off his horse and died. This would bring a tear to a glass eye. Dalton Boy, splendid machine being overtaken by Dreadnought. A Showman Showman's engine with the twisted brass supports, as you can see, a canopy which goes all the way to the end to protect the dynamo. And originally these would tow 8 or 9 trailers around the show fields to set up the galloping horses and provide the light and the power for them. There are only 1,000 of these Showman's engines ever built as Showman's engines. A lot were conversions from straightforward agricultural engines, or indeed road rollers. The Squire, David Hare, this one built in 1916. It was built in Rochester in Kent, and the very first steamroller was built in 1867 and was supplied new late to Liverpool City Council to build the roadways in Central Park in New York. The Maori. This has got a wonderful whistle. So please be aware, it's a nice whistle. Have a go for it, go on. Very nice. It's the same, isn't it? He's got to do it. He's got to do it. General purpose agricultural engines going through. This first one is there as a steam tractor. General purpose engines were built to drive circular saws, threshing machines and the like. And the first threshing machines were driven by steam with non-mobile engines. They used to tow them before they worked out to put them on the roadway, and they'd drive a threshing machine. But into the 1850s, the engines could actually get there. Didn't do away with the horse, because you need the horse to bring the fuel and the water to the engine in the fields. Which is why you don't get many engines manufactured in Wales or Scotland. So you get a lot of the East Midlands. The last of these agricultural general purpose engines was built in 1942, and the design didn't change between 1880 and 1942. Didn't need to, because it was working. Going through at the moment, and that is Supremacy, owned by the Webster family of Ripon, with a dog on the back. That used to be a pup. You've got another one, another puppy. That's nice. So the Supremacy there, built in 1925. Steam wagon. Mr. Ward of Denby. Splendid looking thing there. The Denby Flyer was built in the early 20th century. A Sentinel, built in Glasgow, probably that one, before they moved the production to Shrewsbury. The Denby Maiden following on is a Yorkshire steam wagon. It's fairly rare, built in 1905, but you consider the makeup of these machines. The tyre is round the feet of the driver, which explains why they've got big windows at the front.
You alright? You all right, Joe? Go back there.
the oldest engine on the show field. This is Sir John Williams. That's the engine, not the driver. The driver is Mr. Moore. To Richard Hornsby and Sons, built in Lincoln, and this one was built in 1888, which is actually older than some of my films. Part owner of this engine. You may look embarrassed. You raised it. I'm only just helping it on. Goodness me. So Joe Moore, ladies and gentlemen. Small but beautifully marked. Pale but determined is our lovely Joe Moore from Easingwold. They can go about 20 miles without having to fill up with water. Coal they can last if they've got no load on the back, but with water, 20-25 miles before you have to fill up. And you can't use the stop taps in the road. So what you have to try and find is a canal, not likely around here, or a little pretty rivulet where you can drop your pump in without the man who owns the land knowing. Not that they did that, of course. So we're just getting our engines into some form of line, not necessarily straight, and then we shall have the formal opening of the 60th Duncombe Park Steam Fair by the Honourable Jake Duncombe. The very first Showman's engine was built in 1889. That was the Monarch. It was built by Burroughs in Thetford. And the last one was built in 1934 for a Mrs. Deakin in Wales. If you're listening, Mrs. Deakin, we congratulate you on that. Now we have the Honourable Jake Duncombe entering the arena in a charabanc. Charabanc was a bus with no window. You want to know the difference? Usual colours of ball engines was late crimson and deep yellow. However, there was a North Yorkshire showman who had engines, and he had his engines Great Eastern Railway Blue, and that was George Tubing from Whitby. Railway Blue.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right, this lady's over blue. Apprehensive. Yeah. The lady is getting off this comes from Texas, which is good, isn't it? Impressive. Sounds like a big helicopter. You see that engine there? Ian, will you concentrate, please? Looks like we're at home, this is. There's your engine. When the lady gets on, you get off.